Hello everybody and welcome to Generation 7 Alola Evolutionary Lines Introduced tier list. I absolutely messed up that introduction, but once more, welcome to the Generation 7 tier list. This is going to be ranking every single evolutionary line introduced in Gen 7, along with their forms, Mega Evolutions or anything like that, which they don't have any, but along with their forms that get introduced later on. So if they have a Hisuian form, Galarian form, or Paulian form, all of that would be included in this. So let's get started. Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye, Hisuian Decidueye. Unpopular opinion incoming. I think this Pokemon's overrated as all hell. I think Rowlet's cool. I don't think once you get past Rowlet, it's just not as cool. I don't like the Decidueye that much. I think it's overrated as hell. And Hisuian Decidueye is also ugly as all sin. So this one has a dislike going for it. It's a little overhyped. A lot overhyped, in all honesty. So, question is, where does it go? These are decisions that I have to make and think of, so I think for now you get to stay in the B tier. Torracat, Slitten, Incineroar. I'm not a cat person. Let me just open up with that. I have never been one for cat Pokemon in general. So when I saw Slitten, I felt nothing. But then I saw Torracat, and my word that I start to really like this Pokemon a lot. I don't like small cats, I like big cats. Don't take that out of context, please. But it evolved into a wrestling cat, bipedal, and absolutely light. It was still on all fours, and it would be so much cooler, but Incineroar is just so disappointing. That as great as Torracat is, it can't save the line from being disappointing for me. It really can't save the line from being disappointing for me. I'm so disappointed that Incineroar exists in the way it exists. It could have been a much better design. It hurts. Poplio, Brion, Primarina. I love these Pokemon. These were the starters I chose for this gen. And a lot of people give them flack for looking quote-unquote feminine. I personally love their designs. Poplio is alright. I absolutely fell in love with Brion's design, the personality that's shown through. And Primarina is great. Honestly, and all of the hate that it got also made me more endearing to it too, since I felt like it was unfounded. Because the Pokemon's great. It's a water fairy type, very bulky, hits like a truck. I mean, what's not to love? And it's got a pretty cool design, so some people don't like it. I get it. I don't agree with it. I think Primarina's definitely gonna be one of the few S tiers on this list. And there might actually be a decent amount of S tiers on this list. But yeah, Primarina definitely goes into S tier. There is no question about that. It's not a high S tier, by the way, but it definitely goes into S tier. Pixie Peck, Trumbeak, and Toucannon. This is another one where Pixie Peck is alright. I like Trumbeak's design, and then Toucannon just came out of the woodwork, and I was like, love this one. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed using it. It wasn't a bad Pokemon to use. I think, especially with Stilling, this Pokemon's pretty good. It's just, I don't know how I feel about Toucan Sam being like there, basically. So, honestly, it is definitely a little bit disappointing for the early game bird for me. I'm gonna put him in B tier for now. Gumshoes. Honestly, it was at this point that I realized that I legitimately stopped caring for the early game secondary Rattata Pokemon. I mean, I never really cared for it, but this was a point where I I mean, it was made me watch out, that made me stop caring entirely, but this one was just like, I didn't hate Young Goose. I didn't hate Gumshoes. They don't suck. They're not bad. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. I don't have any positive feelings towards them. I don't have any real negative feelings towards them. They're meh. I don't know if they're meh below the owl. I'll sort out those feelings when I get to revisiting it, but I don't know if they're meh to the owl. Um, Vikavolt. I think this is a very cool looking Pokemon. Robin, I did not expect you to evolve into a literal battery, and then the battery to evolve into something actually pretty cool. So, on design alone, pretty cool. Where it loses points for me. Oh, yeah. Across the board, Alola loses points to me is why something that should clearly be fast is slow as sin. Everything in this region is slow as sin. Except for a few Pokemon, they literally just slowed down everything. I don't understand the reason why, but everything's kind of slow in this gen. For that reason, I don't exactly know how to rate you. It's probably B tier, like around 2 kind of. Now, Crabrawler was interesting looking. Crabominal, this shit's ugly. Like, I don't hate it, but ew. Definitely ew. Oricorio, I think Oricorio, for a single stage bird Pokemon, flying Pokemon, I love its concept of the dancers and such. I love it so much. I think it's such a cool concept. And honestly, the red one was by far my favorite, obviously, but it just, wow. I don't normally like these Pokemon much, like it doesn't really stand out, and I'm pretty sure, again, I might be underrating Pikipek a little bit, because I'm thinking, but Oricorio for me, design-wise, I'm gonna drop you an A for now. I love its design, I love the concept. It's not something I would ever like to use because, quite frankly, I prefer Pokemon that evolve, but really good design Pokemon. Rabombi. Cutiefly and Rabombi, I don't really have any positive or negative feelings towards. I have more positive feelings towards it due to its speed. It's really fast, but design-wise, it leaves a lot to be desired. It's not standing out in any way to me. It's like, I can put it like right here, maybe. Like, yes. Yes. Even with Midnight Form or whatever existing, this Pokemon is so cool. I love everything about it. Especially when they got the Dust Form introduced. I love this Pokemon so much. I love Lycanroc. I love Rockruff. I love its design. It is speedy. Accelera. Ooh, I love this one. Easy. That's an S tier Pokemon for me. That is actually an easy S tier Pokemon for me. This is by far the best pure rock Pokemon. And I don't mean that like competitive use or anything like that. I mean, I just love it. Like, pure rocks don't sit well with me, as you saw with Gigalith, if you saw the Gen 5 list, but, and I do like Gigalith. But, Lycanroc, great design, everything, like, Gen 7, bro. Gen 7. Wishy-washy, it's not having an evolution and its forming ability is alright, but it's also a little disappointing for me. I don't really like the tiny fish, and I don't like the schooling form that much. Like, again, it's powerful and all that, but I don't, again, as we get into the later gens, which we are now in the later gens, I kept repeating that I probably wouldn't have any real positive feeling towards a lot of mons or any real negative feelings towards a lot of mons because I didn't use a lot of them, and a lot of it's going to come down based off of design, if I really think they're cool or not. And I don't think Wishy-Washy's cool. I don't think Wishy-Washy's cool. I think Wishy-Washy is definitely disappointing. Toxapex and what was its small form again? The Marini. I like their lore. I like their lore. Design is interesting. Design is very interesting. I am not the biggest fan of it. Like, I like the small form a decent amount, but the bigger form, it just feels, I don't know how to put it, but I get what it's going for. So, where do I put this one? Like, I'm not disappointed in it. It's just, I guess I could put it like here, maybe? Ooh, what was your name again? Either way, I guess I'm gonna not remember all the Pokemon names going forward. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Either way, I liked your design. I can remember its smallest form's cry in my head. I just can't remember its name at all. But Mudsdale, yeah, Mudsdale. Okay. Um, I like your design. Think you're pretty cool. Horses, donkeys, mules, all pretty good. I just don't know where I'd rank because it's not like again, it's not a super positive feeling. It's more positive than not, but it's not like negative either. So definitely more positive than Ribombee. I might have a dislike for Rowlet, but I also acknowledge that Rowlet's not awful. My dislike for Rowlet comes from how to be fair, it's the overratedness, somewhat. And again, I'll have to revisit that. This entire list might shake up a lot, but Rowlet definitely might visit C tier. Might be moved down, might move up. I don't know yet, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Araquanid, now this. Jupiter, meh. Araquanid, now that's a cool design. That is a cool design. Not cool enough to get into A tier, mind you, but absolutely a cool design. I don't know, since Gen 5, Pokemon's been on it with bug type Pokemon, man. They've been on it with bug types. Lurantis. I like this one. Really cool design. I honestly thought it would have been a bug grass type, but I'm happy it's not because that would be an awful typing. But it's really cool. And the totem Pokemon is probably the first Alolan L I got, because I got a couple of Alolan Ls. And honestly, it is by far one. And I started with Pop Leo, so it makes sense, you know. But this was definitely one of the toughest fights in the game. And using the Pokemon, while it's not fast or anything, it's still so good. I can't say I don't like this one. This one definitely A tier. Shiinotic. I don't hate it. Morlo. I don't hate it. But it's real close, bro. It's real close. Salazzle. Another S tier Pokemon easy. Honestly, maybe not as easy as Lycanroc, for example, but Salazzle is definitely great. I love its design. I like Salandit. I like its speed. I love its ability. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. The only thing about Salazzle I don't like is that it only evolves from the females, but I get it. They've done that multiple times. It's just meh. What's the small one? Stuffle and not Beartic. Beartic is the ice one. Either way, it's cute. It's strong. Well, at least the small form is cute. I don't feel like the big form is cute. I think it's just a big bear, which kind of basically just looks like a teddy bear. In all honesty, it doesn't really do too much for me, and it is definitely kind of like a meh. But again, Stuffle exists. Stuffle's pretty cute. Only because Stuffle exists. Oh boy, bonus suite, Steenie, and everyone's favorite Dominatrix. Oh, how do I rank thee? Now, Pokemon design wise, my mind immediately goes, what the hell were they thinking? Pokemon abilities wise, Serena is pretty good. I think Serena's not a bad Pokemon. It's just the design. I look at it and I go, what the hell were they thinking? And it is very weird. It's very weird. I'm probably gonna just drop it like around here. But it's a weird comb fade. It's I have a lot of feelings towards this thing, and they're not necessarily positive. Like, I don't think it's a bad design, I don't think it's a bad Pokemon, but after what it's done in Unite, especially combined with Zacian, yeah, I don't have super positive feelings for you. But again, almost everything has a better design and better feel than Rabambi, so yeah. Rabambi is basically what I would consider like the bottom class of B tier. And if you're barely there, you're barely hanging on. I might move up things past Rabambi if I'm being honest. This monkey, I don't remember, Oranguru, I don't care for. I don't like it. I don't care for it. It is definitely not a design I enjoy. I don't get anything really good from it. So, yeah, you can go sit right in C tier. Your friend Pessimian, though, I like its design. It looks very agile, looks very nice. I enjoy this type of monkey Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool looking. I'll put you about right here. Oh, Golisopod and Wimpod. I think these Pokemon aren't necessarily good looking, but I love how intimidating they are. I enjoy, like, when I first fought Guzma, and I saw this thing, and it came out, and it did a lot of damage. I think it may have one-shot whatever Pokemon I started with, and I was shocked. Honestly, Bug-type Pokemon, y'all ain't missing. Y'all haven't been missing. Pokemon hasn't been missing on the Bug-types. I think, honestly speaking, this is a really well-designed bug. I don't think it's better designed than Arachnid, but it's definitely a solid B tier. Palosan and I don't remember the big form's evolution. Big form. Yeah. Some ghoul thing I don't remember. Gastighoul. I don't think that's Sandighoul. Sandguys, yes. Not many feelings towards this. It's kind of just an alright design. A possessed sandcastle. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Pumukumuku, a Pokemon that cannot do any direct damage. And it pukes, technically speaking, and I'm not a very big fan of it. It's not awful, it's just not something that talks to me at all. So, you're not ugly as sin, so you can go above the ugly as sin ones. Silvally and Titanol. Honestly, they're just mini Arceuses, and I don't really care for that. It's a Chimera. I've never been the biggest fan of it, if I'm being honest. I don't know how I feel about it, fully. I never was very positive about it. And honestly, the evolution is disappointing when it's just removing the helm and it doesn't really get stronger, really. I might be misremembering, but it just gets a fake Arceus ability. So, again, we can go above Rabombi. Yeah. Meteor. It exists. It exists. But again, you can also go above Rabombi. You're a cute one. Kamala. Interesting looking. Not something I hate. Off of design alone, I'd probably put you around here. Turtonator, you're ugly as sin, but you do pretty good damage. Shell Trap's not bad, but you're still ugly as sin. But because I've used you and I'm not necessarily against you per se, you're still ugly as sin though, so yeah. Togedemaru, a Pikachu clone that I don't hate. It exists. It's Steel type. It's Electric type. They were mixing it up by this point, and I honestly don't really care for them. Like I don't have any negative feelings towards Togedemaru, but I also don't have any really positive feelings towards Togedemaru. But it's also pretty cute, so yeah. Mimikyu! Now this is a Pokemon that I will straight up say. Great design, great concept, amazing lore, everything that you need to be either at the top of B rank, really enter A rank. I think Mimikyu really. Brugfish. It's Brugfish. It's Brugfish. Do I need to say anything else? It's Brugfish. Grandpa. I don't really have much to say. It's just disappointing looking. The what's its face again? The anchor. Can't remember. This was a pretty cool one. Delmise, grass, ghost type. Really cool concept. Where do I put you in? Da 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 na 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 na. Where do I put you? Where do I put you? I think I'll put you above Minior. Ah, the pseudo legendary. Ah, we are here to. What is it? Kumo-o? I don't know if that's a final form. Their names will always mix me up. But I don't think this is a bad Pokemon. Actually, it's a pretty good Pokemon. But it's also like my least favorite pseudo legendary, one of them at least. Because again, as we get later into the gens, I've used less and less Pokemon. I've played Pokemon less extensively as gens went on, especially if your post-game doesn't really exist. So, honestly, it's not a bad design. It's a pretty good design when I look at it really closely. I just don't have any real positive feelings towards it, but its design is pretty cool. Uh, yeah, I'll leave you right here. Tapu Koko! Uh, I think it's a pretty cool Pokemon. I like its design. It's not my favorite of those, but it's not like I hate it or anything. It's not hateable to me. So, still give a Tapu Koko makes sense. Tapu Fini? I believe that's what you are. Either way, you're. I not a fan. Tapu Bulu, also most definitely not a fan, and I think this one might be Tapu Fini. I don't remember. I know I'm something, but the water one, I think by far is the best design. I like it a lot. Like, this is easily my favorite of those. So definitely, like, yeah, I'd say now here is perfectly fine for it. Cosmon, and the one that makes it hard because there's no longer version exclusive legendaries because of you. Technically, you have the same legendary. Solgaleo. Excuse me. Ugh, that's a yawn. And I forget the other one's name. Oh my god, my brain is really slipping. Cool design. The bat has a really cool design. Solgaleo is cool design. Evolving into the legendary starters is definitely new. So kudos to them for doing something new. Um, honestly, I think they're pretty good design. Pretty cool concept. Both of them are really well designed. I think, honestly, yeah, top of B. Top of B. Oh my god, it's tentacles. I don't care for you. I'm gonna bring you up into the bottom of B tier. We're gonna shift things around. As disappointing as Incineroar is, Torracat really does bring up that line a lot for me. Okay, Buzzwole, I think you're shit. The cockroach. Yeah, I just got some feelings that weren't positive just now, just looking at you. So yeah, you. Xurkitree. Celesteela. If you can't tell, Ultra Beast and me are not friends. Kartana. Kartana is... honestly, Kartana's alright. You are not alright. Get out of here. Ultra Necrozma. I think Necrozma is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. I like its design. I like the fusion forms. I like Ultra Necrozma. I think it's pretty cool. I do think it's... and it's one hell of a boss fight. By far the hardest boss fight in Pokemon. Outside of maybe Arceus in Legends Arceus, but I think it's harder than that. That fight is just hard because of a different playstyle, but yeah, I think this is really... Necrozma definitely is a really cool Pokemon. If I had to guess, I'd put him like around here. I'll rearrange B tier by the end of the video. I definitely need to. Again, I never had a chance to really care for this Pokemon, so meh. Marshadow. I'll rearrange B tier because I don't think they're below it. B tier is gonna have to be rearranged a lot. I think that Nagendal is a pretty cool looking dragon Pokemon. Honestly, pretty cool looking. Dragon Poison. Very cool concept. I like your design. Around here seems fair. Stakataka. Ill. Blast, whatever your name is. Blacephalon. Ill. And Zeraora. I think Zeraora is actually... it gives me a lot of Zoroark vibes, but it's just a really cool looking Pokemon. And I like its design a lot. Its playstyle in Unite is interesting as well. I do like it a lot. It's... around here seems fair for it. Meltan and Melmetal. Pretty annoying evolutionary method, not gonna lie. But overall, I think they're pretty fine Pokemon. And they'll probably sit in B tier and remain there. Somewhere in here. Alright, let's now rearrange S tier. It's not changing, it's fine. A tier. That's about perfect. Alright, B tier, I feel like we need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. These Pokemon end up places I don't feel like they should be, so let's start off. I can't. I really can't get down there. I can't. Um, you're all right. You barely passed. You barely passed. With Bombay, I, I guess you barely pass. Um, Alpha Design a low metal. If I had to put it somewhere, I'd say around here. Um, as much as I was disappointed in you, you're not like the worst, so I'm gonna put you here. Marshadow, yeah, I feel like nothing should really be below Ribombay in B tier, if I'm being honest. Oh, Moderna, that is its Mega Form or whatever big form, right? I thought I ranked you in Gen 6 already. I'm pretty sure I ranked you in Gen 6 already, didn't I? Don't remember. Pokemon's confusing sometimes. I'm pretty sure you have Gen 6 Magearna. I feel like you were Gen 6. Let me look you up, because I might have already ranked you. I haven't uploaded Gen 6 yet. I already recorded it, but I guess. Is it so hard? What generation were you introduced in? Oh, okay, you might be Gen 7. You might literally be Gen 7. I might be thinking about something else, right? Yeah, I might be thinking of something else. Never mind. It was Deontay! It was Deontay! I mixed you up with Deontay! Okay, Magearna. I like your design. I like the original color design a lot. I think, honestly, placing you, you're gonna go about here. Alright, I think B tier is pretty good now. C tier, I think C tier is fine. And D tier is definitely 100% fine. I don't even have to look at that again. That's just a lot of Pokemon I really don't like. I don't like the Ultra Beasts. I think they're disgusting. Honestly, the worst part of Alola. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. This went a lot longer than I anticipated it going because as it went on. And again, I've already ranked all of the Pokemon. Their forms have been included, so keep that in mind. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in Galar. Galar is going to be the last one for a while. Gen 9 is not going to come out until after the DLC has been out for at least a year for me to be able to soak in all of the Pokemon and sort out my feelings with them. And even as you can see, Gen 7 has been out for almost 10 years or so, almost. And I still haven't fully sorted out my feelings with these Pokemon, so makes me wonder I'm going to go with Gen 8. Oh boy, that's terrifying. Alright, but once more, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in Galar. Bye! Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, by the way. Alright, now I'm actually leaving. Bye now.